What time is it, my creatives? That's right, it's photo hacking time, and I'm going to show you how to use the 80s PSD coloring and actions vintage photo effect, and let's get to it. So it's really simple. You can create this effect by just dragging and dropping your photos into Photoshop, and let me show you how it's done. So first, we're going to create a new document. Now, of course, you don't have to do this. I have created a default Instagram, but if you wanted to make a different size, you could do that. So this is particularly for social media and for, if you want to make YouTube covers and whatnot. So this is going to be perfect for that. So let's go ahead and create this. So this is a 1920 by 1080, which is the recommended thumbnail for YouTube. A lot of people think it's 1280 by 720. However, the algorithm can read more information. It becomes more high definition at 1920 by 1080. So we're gonna go ahead and create that. Okay, so now we have a blank document here. All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna drag the layers over here so you guys can see everything. All right, and then I'm gonna go to my vintage pink PSD coloring, which the layers are here, they're locked. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab that, but I'm gonna close out these other files that I have open so I know exactly where to drag it. All right, so if I turn off and on, you can see the difference between the vintage pink, how it looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag that over here. To here. And then I'm just gonna drag it on to the actual document. So you can see only one of my papers is smaller than the others. So to find that, you can just turn the layers on and off to find out which one it is. So I'm thinking it's this one. One second here. So we're just gonna press Control click, and we are going to just click where all the small squares are. Yep, turn all these layers on. And we're going to press Control T, and we're going to just drag this out just to make it a little larger here. All right. So with that being said, we have everything looking pretty good here. So I'm going to turn back all the layers on. And then, okay, so everything is on. Wait, we have to turn some stuff on. All right, so everything is pretty much on. I'm gonna close that out, and now you can see that it looks good. Now, you don't have to create this bigger. If you want to, you can just drag and drop the files in there, as is, like here. For example, I just want to show you something really quickly. So here we have vintage images, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag and drop my pictures into this library to make it easy to edit them. Okay, so I've grabbed all my photos, and they're on another screen so you can't see them. But I'm pulling them over to this screen so you can see them. And I'm gonna bulk upload them. Of course, there was a dialogue message there that said I can only upload like certain graphics. But we'll just disregard that because once it uploads, it takes a few minutes. And then we'll have all of our pictures here so that way we don't have to go file, open, which is pretty tedious. Okay, so as you can see, they're starting to pop in, and I'm just going to drag and drop one photo here So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you lock this layer so you don't mess up the layer here. And you just select the very top layer, that the last layer that you had created. And then you're just going to drag another photo on top. And then you can just drag this out. Now, in order for it to not be distorted, you just press Shift here. Or if you selected the option to where you can just drag and drop without it being distorted, you might not have to press Shift. So you can see the difference there. It creates that vintage effect. So let's go ahead and do one more here, okay? And then if you want to add more effects to this, you can rasterize that layer or not. So it's just simply dragging and dropping photos out. And then just placing them here onto the layer. And you have your effect. So I'm gonna go back to I'm gonna put the layers, I'm gonna just put the layers over here for a second next to the libraries. All right, so actually, no, that's not good. I am gonna just close this out. Close that tab group. And I'm gonna put my layers over here so I can see them. No, over here, yeah. Okay, so now that looks good. So, so basically what I can do is I want to take these sparkly shoes and see how they look over here. So I'm just going to expand that like so to make it fit. And as you can see, if I turn this layer on and off, you can see the vintage effect there. I'm going to go ahead and lock that. We have these legs here. So just drag and drop that on there. Okay, and that looks really good. And so basically what we want to do is we want to create like a pink vintage collage with these images and save them out so all of our photos look cohesive and they match together. And so that way we can create like different, like whatever. Now this photo might be a little bit too pink and it doesn't match. So you can always rasterize and adjust it a little. You can go to Image Adjustments and go to Selective Color. And you can bring down some of the tones. You can change them a little bit. Make them a little bit more of like an off pink, which is like more vintage pink. So now they match. So some of these, like when you do colorization and stuff, of course, not every photo is going to be exactly perfect. So that just takes a little, you know, design brain just to get it a little bit perfect. So if the picture's off, there's like not going to be any preset that's going to be 100% perfect, especially when you're dealing with colors. This is just, this has the vintage texture in it. It makes it kind of look like an older photo, and so that's the effect that we're trying to achieve. So here's another one. So I'm gonna drag and drop this photo here. Wait, this one. And you can see that with the Polaroids, it comes out really, really well. So I'm just gonna drag and drop that over here. Now, one of the things that you can do if your edges are not lining up there, we'll take the selection tool, this marching ants tool, rectangular marquee tool, and just like shape it around the edge. And what you have to do is you have to make sure it's rasterized first, and then go to Edit, Content, Aware Scale, and then press the Shift key so it's even, and just drag out, and it kind of like stretches it a little bit. It does look I don't know, it looks a little bit funny, but the photos are all laying out, so I guess you could make it a little bit larger so the butt doesn't look as seemingly, but I just wanted to give you that tip if your photos aren't fitting. So once again, you can see the difference from the before and the after, so it gives it that vintage overlay. And so you have those, I want to do another face so you guys can see. So this looks really good. This is a really good vintagey photo. I'm gonna stretch her out. There we go. I'm not using shift like I should, but I like to live on the dangerous side. And then I'm gonna lock this vintage layer back up. I'm gonna take her, press Ctrl T, drag it out. And that's basically what we would be doing. You could just pick any photo here. I like this photo. It's nice. Looks nice and vintagey. So there you go. You can see the before and the after. Gives it a really glamorous look. Let's see what else we have here. I like this photo. It's pretty vintagey. Drag it out. Press the space bar to move around. Press enter. Let's do these girls here. So, drag them up. Alright, so there you have it, before and after, and I'm telling you that this gives it a really aesthetic look, because I'm gonna show you something here. This photo looks too bright, too boring. It just doesn't look good. There's just something off about it, but when you add the vintage effect, it looks like magazine quality, something that I would want to see on Instagram, something more aesthetically pleasing and visually entertaining. I hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and as always, keep creating.